Hello everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood mystical colored Cyan King, and I'm back after the fallen Azula. She couldn't hold up to the lag spike, so I got Benihime, and I hope she's gonna make Urahara proud to call her his Zompok. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. So, I did go ahead and get power level to level 60 on my Sorc on hardcore, just to kind of skip the grinds. I realized that I kept all my renown on my Paragon points, so I didn't have to go out and face all those dungeons all over again. So I was like, I'm back at it again, right? So here I am at level 63 running Torment 4 on a Nightmare Dungeon tier 22, so I can quickly level up. I need to get access to my Staff of Endless Pyre. I need to get access to quite a bit of things. Now, a few things that I did learn from the death, which is very, very valuable to me. One, because it's a lot of one lesson learned from that, right? Don't play when there's a software update coming. Just kidding. No. What I learned about the Fireball build that I am running is it is super, super weak unless you're running the 3 curses aspect, which is insane. I did not think that. I was in the control aspect that I had in my weapon. Now, what I've actually ended up doing is I'm going to swap when I find a better staff whenever I get back on my hardcore character. I need to get the two-handed staff that I'm looking for specifically is all stats, intelligence, crit damage, and core skill damage on my two-handed staff. The all stats and the intelligence is going to buff all of my Paragon nodes. Once I get to that point, I might look into other staffs and other kind of things. I'm not running any vulnerability on this build, so that is interesting. Because with all my ice builds, it is definitely a vulnerable build with those, which is a lot of fun because I keep it vulnerable. That's a nice flat 20% bonus. However, with this build, I'm not running any vulnerability. It is just pure crit damage, hit as hard as I can, and just burn them, which is awesome. It's beautiful. So with the staff of, if I can get a perfectly rolled piece of armor or weapon or ring or amulet that has the 50% extra critical damage, putting that into a staff puts it at 100%, and while I'm healthy, or while the enemies are healthy, that's going to make it where you get 200% additional critical hit damage. Now, if you looked at my level 77 rogue, or not rogue, Sorc, I was hitting for 56,000 critical hit damage at 80% to 160%, so an additional 40% should push that closer to the 100k mark. Now I know on some enemies that they were being stunned, I was hitting for 120, 140. So now you're looking at like 200k crits at just before you hit level 80. Now the aspect that I'm probably going to run on the amulet, which I could run some type of defense ability, I'm actually going to run the control one, so that whenever I do hit level 71, I get access to my Raiment of Infinite, Raiment of Storms again. Well, actually, that's probably what I'm going to run. I'm going to be real, because it is a lot of damage. I did also find a temerity. We'll get into that in a few seconds. But in the event that I do hit level 71 without dying, which I'm pretty sure I am, I'm running this T4 at level 63, and I'm not running a death potion like I was before, because if I die, it is what it is. Time to make another one. What lesson can I learn from that, right? So instead of putting a defensive one, I'm going to be running the Staff, I think, of Control with the Raiment. That's going to stun the enemies, but they're also being immobilized with all the fire damage that I'm applying to them. That's going to give me, I think the max on the amulet is 80%. No, it is 60%. So that's a 60% additional damage, but in terms, I am gaining 80% critical damage, which in turn is going to multiply that even more versus that. Now I am going to test it out if I can find additional aspects. I want to flip them between the amulet and the staff. Now the other thing that I did want to mention is on the amulet, what you want to run on the amulet is going to be the not the Inner Flames passive. You do want the Endless Pyre passive. That gives you a lot more crit damage, and it's a lot more damage. Before, I was running the Inner Flames on 2 different amulets between 60 and between the time of my character hitting 60 and this. The damage was about 2,000 to 3,000. It was low. But once I switched over to that amulet, I was hitting for about 8,000 to 9,000 in crits instead of it being a measly 2,000 to 3,000, so it was kind of small. And then I also actually happened to get a drop for the extra crit damage on the Fireball Meteor build, which is the aspect of 3 curses. So that tying together, that is hella beefy for this build. As far as the boots go, I was running the Esu's Heirloom boots, but boots you want to look for either Flame Armor, Teleport, Ice Armor. As main stats, you want to run Intelligence, Mana Cost Reduction, and what was his last perk? I think you get damage while injured, but I'd probably run either an Ice Armor and Flame Armor, or Teleport and Flame Armor for the extra invulnerability duration from Flame Armor. for that, as well as intelligence and mana cost reduction. As far as the passive you want to run on the boots, I would probably run... You can either run a teleport increasing movement speed by 30% if you have that to drop, or I would run, because that's what I'm using now, just for additional movement speed, because I'm trying to power through this to get to the levels that I was running. Or what else? I'm trying to think of all the different ones I would run. I would probably run Flame Shield. Makes it to where you move unhindered through enemies. That'll help out if you're getting gathered. But as far as you're cooking enemies, I'd probably go with the Essu's Heirloom, or run with the increased movement speed when you teleport, because that'll help you get around dungeons faster. And then for the pants, I'd probably go with Temerities, because these things are absolutely beautiful. I had now the patch does come out tomorrow for the pants, so we're gonna see. Actually, I think it was a hotfix for that, so we'll see how it plays out. I haven't played over the weekend. I was playing with some friends, and I was playing some other games over the weekend, so my kids are home. And then for the chest piece, I would definitely run either the Raiment of the Infinite Raiment, or in the meantime, I would run the what's it called? Disobedience. Now, Disobedience can also be on the helm, which is what I have on my helm. I just got a pretty decent helm to drop. It rolled all stats, intelligence, cooldown reduction, and then I rolled into, I think it was just overall, oh no, I rolled health. I rolled health on that. As far as the chest piece goes, before you get your raiment, the chest piece you want is all damage reduction. So damage reduction from close enemies, distance enemies, flat damage reductions, and damage reduction from injured enemies if possible. If not, I would run a main stat like intelligence. Again, I am also running hardcore, so everything that I am saying, this is how you would run your hardcore fireball Sorc. For the rings, you want lucky hit chance, crit damage, and health. Again, you just want more survivability. For the first ring, you want to run the... What is it? Their pyromancy skills give you increased... or lucky hit chance to get mana back. It rolls 10 to 17 mana, which is basically like the Tempest Roar for the Druid, but it's for the Sorc, and it's not, it doesn't change your skills. It just gives you more mana regen. And the other one, I think, is the other ring you want. Again, the same thing: lucky hit chance, crit damage, and health. What you want on the second piece is going to be, I think it's called concentration. It makes it so when you're not taking damage, your mana regen is increased between 40 to 50%. I had a 46% on my other character when I died, and it was so awesome because in between battles, I was right at it with whatchamacallit. Now, I don't know if the temerity buff is going to fix the stats on it to where I don't get hit. So that I am constantly at that mana regen. I have to get that back, but I haven't found one yet. So to test that out. So once I get more tested out, I will update the. I will probably release another video because I'm constantly updating this build as I learn more and more from either my deaths or as I progress with my character on my way to 100. As far as the amulet goes, you want. What do I have on my amulet? I have crit chance, crit damage. No, I have movement speed, critical hit damage, endless pyre, and then I have, I think, mana cost reduction, and that's kind of what you're gonna want. I probably would rather have switched out one of them for, like, I would probably want mana reduction, cooldown reduction, the staff of, not the staff, because that's the staff, the passive for, I even got the passive just now. I would go for the passive that increases your crit damage with on the amulet. And then the last one, I'd probably roll like intelligence, like a percentage of your intelligence, because that's just a massive damage boost, but also hitting those Paragon nodes multipliers. So you want that. As far as the Malignant Hearts, I would run the Vicious Heart for more crit damage, but with the reduction to your basic damage. Because I mean, again, the more crit damage, the better. I had a 79. I would probably try to roll like an 80%, 35% if possible. On that one, the second one I would run would be the one that I really wish I knew the names of these. I would run the Malignant Heart that makes it to where all damage is staggered. I got a 20% roll in here, which is how my survivability has like gone through the roof now. I don't even think I need the chest piece with all the damage reduction, because that 20% flat damage reduction from all enemies, and then whenever I cast my defensive skills, it just creates an explosion. So that one's like on point. And then the Malignant Heart that I'm actually just found that dropped for me, that's not in this video, is the one that gives me, it switches between Vicious, Devious, and Vicious, Devious, and Wrathful? No. Vicious, Devious, Brutal. It rotates through all of them, so one gives me mana reduction, one gives me armor, or not mana reduction, chance to restore all my resources, increase to your attack speed, and then one that does armor, which is pretty cool. That one's actually really cool, Malignant Heart, that I just found, and that one I'm probably going to stick with. Now, before I was running the one that made it to where using mana, it allowed me to throw out more fireballs, which is a huge damage increase. I feel like this one is just so much more fun to just run through the tunnels. But as I get more, I'm going to do, again, more experimentation as the character gets to 100, and I'll update as it goes by. As far as the Paragon nodes, I'm doing the same Paragon modes that I had before, so no worries there. I hope that didn't stop this from playing. As far as that goes, haven't really changed much with the Paragon node, still going through, except this time I did pick up the damage reduction. I'm just now going into the Searing Heat Paragon node. I tried doing a Frozen Orb, as I said in my live stream, to try out that build, and that did not work out for me. I almost immediately died because burning damage reduction that I do have was about 26.9% at Paragon 70, or at Paragon 70, or yeah, level 77. So with all that burning damage reduction from burning enemies, I kind of just said, yeah, I'm probably going to stick with how I'm running it just for now. Again, this is the hardcore build. I am leveling up a softcore character now because I do want to try this out in softcore and see what other changes I can make in the softcore build of this. But this build specifically will be exactly for hardcore. But I will be playing more today in live streaming. I do live stream Monday through basically every day. I do stream for at least an hour. I'm trying to get get a certain hour to stream between. On the weekends, it's a little bit more infrequent just because I do have the kids. So it's kind of when the kids wake up, we get all of the chores done, the house is clean, and in this case, laundry. That's all I got to do now. Get all that stuff done, and then we jump on, and whatever game they want to play is usually what I'm streaming. Now, they did want to play Minecraft with me today, so leave a like or a comment if you want to see me play some Minecraft. If not, I do have some Cold War gameplay coming up, and then at the end of September, or it'd be mid-September, I might have some Payday 3 gameplay coming, because my boy, he is a huge fan of Payday. As you saw my live stream yesterday, we did live stream and play some Payday 2 yesterday. I have to kind of figure out how the build is, or how the game plays, so that I know more about it, because it seems pretty interesting, and watching Hollow play his gameplay on it looks a lot of fun. So there is, that is kind of the plan of what we're going on with that currently. But I'm going to leave the rest of this video. This again is your friendly neighborhood Mystical Cyan King. If you do like the video, please cast a spell and like button, and don't forget to subscribe to keep updated on new content by keeping that portal open. Have a great day. Bye.